Hello everybody, my name is Erin. Welcome back to my channel. A bit of a lo-fi video here as I decide to film when the sun is setting. Today is just going to be a quick video. It's going to be a book haul for the month of January. Now, I've kind of tossed the idea up in my mind about doing book hauls regularly or not. Last year I did one for a quarter, and then I just didn't do another one. And I think to hold myself accountable, I am going to be doing book hauls. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to haul books every month, but at the end of a month where I've purchased a book or 5 or however many, I do want to make a video just for myself to hold me accountable and to say that yes, I've got these books and yes, I really want to read them. So this month I bought 5 books. They are all Canadian books, and I have read 2 of them. So let's just jump in. I'm going to start with the 2 that I have read previously to hauling them. The first is Do Not Say We Have Nothing by Madeleine Thien. I read this in 2018 and really enjoyed it, but I didn't really appreciate it at the time of reading it, which meant that I gave it away. So I had already bought this book and read it and thought, oh, you know, maybe I'll want to reread it again, whatever, I don't know. But the farther away I get from it, the more I appreciate this book and the more I want to reread it. So I picked up a copy at the used bookstore so that in the future, when I feel like I'm ready to revisit this story, I will. So this is a story of Marie, who's 10 years old, and she lives in Vancouver with her mother, and then one day this strange girl, young woman, comes to stay with them, and she sort of learns about China, about the Tiananmen massacre, and then it sort of becomes a story of her ancestors, and we follow her ancestors as children going through that and what it meant. So it's quite dense, it's quite long, it is a lot. I know that a lot of people kind of struggle because of the meandering sort of storytelling, but I do think that if you push through to the middle, the end is worth it, and it's just beautiful and stunning. So I'm really excited to have this again, and I will not be letting it go this time. So the next book that I purchased that I've already read is a book I read at the end of last year, and that's Worry by Jessica Westhead. I adore Jessica Westhead. I have a review of this book on my channel. If you are interested in it, I will leave it linked down below. It's quite short, but I do really love this. This is the story of Ruth, who is a very worried character. She's a new mother, and she's going to a cabin to go for the weekend with her best friend and her best friend's family, and she's brought her daughter along. But as you can tell by the title and by what I've said about Ruth as a character, she's very anxiety ridden, and everything that could go wrong just might in her mind. So there's that layer, and then on top of it we kind of get to understand why Ruth is the way that she is based on her past experiences. We get to see all of these threads that connect her and her best friend and where they are in their lives and how it all could have been so different. And I just really enjoyed that. I think what I like most about Jessica Westhead is her ability to craft a character. I think that they are all so layered, even the ones in her short stories, you know, with just a couple of pages, she's able to create these characters who you could pass on the street or who you could even potentially get to know if they were real people, and I really admire that. So I did really enjoy this, but as I said, I will leave my review for it linked down below. And then the last 3 books are books that I just sort of picked up. I will talk about the one that I'm currently reading, and it's called People You'd Trust Your Life To by Bronwyn Wallace. This is a collection of short stories. Bronwyn Wallace wrote these and published these, I believe, in the 90s. Yeah, in 1990. So they're quite old at this point. They're 30 years old, but it doesn't necessarily feel like that. A lot of these stories center around divorce and about losing love and about sort of becoming your own person once that happens, and what that looks like and how that feels. Again, these stories are quite a bit longer, usually between 20 and 30 pages. I'm not really the type of person who enjoys stories that are that long, but I am really enjoying this collection. I think I have 2 or 3 stories left, and they all just sort of circumnavigate this idea of being who you are when you're alone. And I really, I'm really kind of enjoying this, and I can't wait to finish this collection. And then I have 2 books that I don't really know a lot about, but I did just pick them up because I know that they're Canadian. This first one will go towards my Giller Prize project this year, which is to read more of the books that are on that sort of master list that they put out. This is called We'll All Be Burnt in Our Bed Some Night, and it's by Joel Thomas Hines. So it says that this is about this like guy who is like awaiting trial for an assault charge, and his girlfriend, and like the idea of going to prison, and the idea of like this, you know, this wait where you know that it's happening, and you know that it's not going to be good, and you're just kind of the anticipation maybe of waiting for like that shoe to drop. So I think something happens. So his girlfriend who who charged him with assault, something happens to her, she doesn't show up to court, and then so automatically his case is thrown out. And it's kind of what this new lease on life looks like when you were so convinced that like you weren't gonna have this life. So I'm really interested. I like this cover a lot. I like that it's so bright orange. And then the other book that I got is called Medicine Walk by Richard Wagamese. Now, this is quite a popular story, but I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. So this is about a 16-year-old boy who's sort of called upon to spend some time with his estranged father, who's an alcoholic. And I guess this sort of looks at maybe what that looks like and how the pieces kind of haphazardly fall together, and what a relationship might be like for that. And I'm really interested in this. I've heard a lot about Richard Wagamese in the past, and I wasn't really sure where to start, but I found this at the used bookstore, and I thought it's a good place as any. So those are the 5 books that I managed to buy in the month of January. I think I'm doing pretty good considering I've read 2, I'm almost done a third, and then I just have these 2 left to get to, and I hope to get to them soon. Let me know what you bought this month if you have. Again, I might not have haul videos regularly, but I do kind of want to hold myself accountable in terms of reading the books that I buy this year. And have you read any of the books that you bought this year? And if so, which is your favorite? I can't wait to talk to you in the comments down below. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in another video soon. Bye.